Most people believe respect comes from what you say, from your words, from your confidence in speaking, but the truth is something far more subtle and far more powerful. People decide how much they respect you before you even open your mouth. Your brain is constantly scanning others for signals of confidence, safety, and status. And these signals are not verbal. They are biological, or posture, your stillness, your eye movement, your breathing. These silent cues bypass logic and directly influence how others perceive you. While most people are trying to speak louder, to be noticed, the most respected person in the room is usually doing something very different. They are calm, they are still, and they are in control. And in that control, their body is communicating authority without effort. This is what we are going to break down today. 9 silent body language habits that instantly change how people see you. The first habit is the strategic power of stillness. Most people move too much. They shift their weight, they adjust their hands, they fidget without realizing it. These movements are not random. They are signals from a neurological perspective. Fidgeting is a form of self-regulation. The nervous system releases excess movement when it detects stress or uncertainty, and other people unconsciously pick up on this. When your body is constantly moving, it tells others that your internal state is unstable. But when you reduce unnecessary movement, you create something very powerful: stillness. Stillness signals control. It tells others that you are not reacting. You are choosing high status. Individuals do not rush their movements. They do not constantly adjust. They move slowly, deliberately, and only when needed in real life. This means when you are sitting, you stay grounded. When you are standing, you avoid shifting nervously. You allow your body to be calm, and this calmness creates presence. The second habit is the slow blink. This is a micro behavior, but it has a strong psychological effect. Fast. Blinking is linked to stress, cognitive overload, and emotional discomfort. It often increases when someone feels pressured or uncertain. But slow blinking signals something completely different. It shows calm processing, emotional control, and confidence. In social perception, slower blinking is associated with dominance without aggression. It communicates that you are not threatened and you are not seeking approval in real life. This means, instead of reacting quickly, you slow down your visual response. You maintain relaxed eye contact and allow your gaze to be steady. This subtle shift changes how people feel around you. The third habit is controlled pauses. Most people are uncomfortable with silence. They rush to speak. They fill every gap. They answer immediately because silence feels like pressure, but from a psychological standpoint, silence creates authority. When you pause before speaking, you signal that your thoughts are deliberate. You show that you are not reacting impulsively. This activates a perception of intelligence and control. Your brain is giving the impression that your words carry weight in real life. This means when someone asks you a question, you do not answer instantly. You take a brief pause, you look, you process, and then you respond. That pause alone changes how your words are received. The fourth habit is commanding space through open posture. Your body reflects your internal state, and your internal state is visible through your posture. Closed posture signals protection and defensiveness. Crossed arms, hunched shoulders, reduced space, these signals communicate insecurity. Open posture does the opposite. Relaxed shoulders, open chest, balanced stance. This signals confidence and stability. From a behavioral perspective, humans associate larger controlled posture with higher status in real life. This means you do not shrink your body. You do not collapse your shoulders. You allow your posture to expand naturally without forcing it. And this creates an immediate shift in perception. The fifth habit is eliminating self-soothing behaviors, touching your face, adjusting your clothes repeatedly, tapping your fingers. These are not just habits. They are signals. They indicate internal discomfort. The brain uses these actions to regulate anxiety, but socially they reduce perceived confidence because they show a lack of internal control. When you become aware of these patterns, you can begin to reduce them and replace them with stillness. Less unnecessary movement creates more authority. The sixth habit is balanced. Eye contact is one of the strongest nonverbal signals. Too little eye contact signals insecurity, avoidance, and lack of confidence. Too much eye contact signals aggression, dominance, or social pressure. Respect is built in the balance, steady, calm eye contact with natural breaks. This creates a sense of confidence without intimidation in real life. This means you hold eye contact when listening and speaking, but you allow natural pauses without forcing it. This creates both trust and authority. The seventh habit is slow, controlled head movement. Quick nodding, frequent reactions, and fast head movements signal eagerness and approval. Seeking, these behaviors reduce perceived authority. Slow, controlled movement signals confidence. It shows that you are processing information rather than reacting to it. In real life, this means you nod less frequently. You move your head slowly and deliberately. This subtle shift creates a sense of composure. The eighth habit is breathing. Regulation. Your breathing is directly connected to your nervous system. Fast, shallow breathing signals stress, slow, controlled breathing signals calmness, and this calmness reflects in your body language. When your breathing slows, your movements slow. Your posture stabilizes, and your presence becomes grounded in real life. This means becoming aware of your breath, especially in social situations, slowing it down. Creating a steady rhythm, this simple adjustment changes your entire physical presence. The ninth habit is owning silence. This is the most powerful and most overlooked behavior. Most people are uncomfortable with silence. They feel the need to fill it with words, explanations, or noise, because silence feels like exposure. But confident individuals are comfortable in silence. They do not feel the need to prove themselves. They allow silence to exist without reacting to it. And this creates a powerful psychological effect, because silence draws attention. It creates space, and in that space, people focus on you. When you combine silence with stillness, controlled movement, and steady eye contact, you create something. Rare presence. Presence is what people respect, not loudness, not over-explanation, not constant talking, but controlled, calm awareness. And this is why body language is so powerful, because it operates below conscious awareness. People do not always know why they respect someone, but their brain has already decided based on these silent signals. And once you understand this, you realize something important. You do not need to speak more to gain respect. You need to control what your body is already saying, because respect is not demanded. It is perceived, and the moment you change your signals, you change your presence. And when your presence changes, everything else follows, because the most powerful message you send is the one you never say.